Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumera Kamal. The headlines first. On the appeal of the Prime Minister, nation will observe Kashmir Hour tomorrow to express solidarity with the oppressed people of India-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has emphatically stated that resolution of Kashmir dispute as per UN Security Council resolutions is cornerstone of its foreign policy. In occupied Kashmir, hundreds of people defying curfew and other restrictions continued to hold demonstrations in Srinagar and other areas of the territory today against Indian repressive acts. Pakistan has successfully carried out night training launch of surface-to-surface ballistic missile Ghaznavi. Command and Staff Conference of Pakistan Navy has expressed full satisfaction over the capability and preparedness of the force to deal with any situation. The United States and Saudi Arabia have agreed that dialogue is the only way to end the conflict in Yemen. And now the news in detail. The nation will observe Kashmir Hour tomorrow to express solidarity with the oppressed people of India-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to details, the Kashmir Solidarity Hour will commence from 12 to 12:30 hours, in which sirens will sound all across the country and National Anthem of Pakistan, followed by National Anthem of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, will be played. During national anthems, all the people and vehicles will come to a standstill. The Prime Minister and Chief Ministers, along with all the parliamentarians, will lead the nation by coming in front of their respective secretariats and office buildings, whereas the people will remain out of their houses, offices, houses, markets and malls and gather in the nearby streets all over the country. After Jummah prayers, special prayers for people of Kashmir would be offered. Besides, public rallies joined by all segments of society will also be taken out across the country. Prime Minister Imran Khan has asked the entire nation to come out tomorrow for half an hour between 12 noon to 12:30 to show solidarity with the Kashmiri people. In a series of tweets today, he said this will send Kashmiris in occupied Kashmir a clear message that the entire Pakistani nation stands in solidarity with them and against Indian fascist operation and the inhuman curfew. Imran Khan said the daily injuring and killing of Kashmiri civilians, including women and children, is all part of the ethnic cleansing agenda of the Modi government. He said annexation of occupied Kashmir is illegal. He said the plan to change demography of occupied Kashmir is a war crime under 4th Geneva Convention. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says the whole country will hold protests tomorrow against the unilateral steps taken by India in occupied Kashmir and to express solidarity with their Kashmiri brethren. He was giving a briefing during a meeting of Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir chaired by Fakhr Imam in Islamabad today. The minister said protest will be held each Friday at 12 p.m. across Pakistan on the suggestion of the parliament. He said 2 of the 3 parties on Kashmir have outrightly rejected the unilateral Indian steps in occupied Kashmir. He said even in India there are clear gulfs on these steps. Foreign Minister of New Zealand Winston Peters, while expressing concern on situation in the occupied Kashmir, says his country believes in upholding human rights and the rule of law. He was talking to his Pakistani counterpart Shah Mahmood Qureshi, who called him on telephone to discuss the current situation in the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The foreign minister briefed Winston Peters on the illegal and unilateral actions of the India to alter the disputed status of Jammu and Kashmir, which was in contravention of the international law and UNSC resolutions. Shah Mahmood Qureshi underlined that the steps taken by India in the occupied Jammu and Kashmir entailed a grave risk for peace and security in the region. In another telephone conversation with his Sri Lankan counterpart, Tilak Marappana, Shah Mahmood Qureshi said human rights violations are increasing in occupied Kashmir with each passing day, and situation is so alarming that the people there are faced with shortages of food and medicines. The foreign minister urged the international community to play its due role to get stopped Indian oppression in occupied Kashmir and for maintaining regional peace and stability. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has emphatically stated that resolution of Kashmir dispute as per UN Security Council resolutions is cornerstone of its foreign policy. At his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal said, "It is the success of our foreign policy that the UN Security Council discussed the situation in occupied Kashmir at length after a gap of 50 years. He said this matter is not closed but is on the agenda of the Security Council and further developments are expected on it. The spokesperson said the visit of Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi to Geneva to attend the meeting of UN Human Rights Council is on the cards. He said our special envoy Tahmina Janjua is already in Geneva for an extensive outreach with OIC and other countries. Voicing concerns over a prevailing situation in occupied Kashmir, Dr. Mohammad Faisal said 5th August's unilateral steps taken by the Indian government are not tenable and the resolution of this festering dispute lies only in UN Security Council. In occupied Kashmir, hundreds of people defying curfew and other restrictions continued to hold demonstrations in Srinagar and other areas of the territory today against India's latest onslaught to impose Hindu civilization on the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, people took to streets in Srinagar and other parts of the territory, including central, south, and north Kashmir, and staged forceful demonstrations against the repeal of special status of the territory by the Indian government on 5th August. Pakistan has successfully carried out night training launch of surface-to-surface ballistic missile Ghaznavi. In a tweet today, Director General ISPR Major General Asif Ghafoor said the missile is capable of delivering multiple types of warheads up to 290 kilometers. The Command and Staff Conference of Pakistan Navy has reiterated the resolve that Pakistan Navy is capable and fully prepared to deal with any situation. Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi chaired the conference in Islamabad today. The conference expressed solidarity with Kashmiris in the wake of India's step of August 5. The conference reviewed operational preparations of Pakistan Navy, development projects, and the prevailing security situation. The naval chief was briefed on Pakistan Navy ongoing and future projects. He expressed satisfaction over operational preparations of Pakistan Army. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government's main focus is to help the downtrodden segment of the society. He was talking to Vice President of Asian Development Bank, Shishin Chen, in Islamabad today. He said expanding tax-based institutional reforms and out-of-the-box solutions for service delivery are the priority areas for achieving the goal of good governance. Prime Minister Imran Khan chaired a meeting of the Ministry of Petroleum in Islamabad today. The meeting reviewed steps taken by Ministry for promotion of ease of doing businesses in petroleum sector. Prime Minister Imran Khan, while appreciating the Road to Makkah project, says Saudi government will be requested to provide this facility to all pilgrims from Pakistan. He was chairing a meeting in Islamabad today to review the Hajj operations 2019. The Prime Minister gave in principle approval to various proposals regarding government policy on Hajj arrangements, and ensuring provision of better facilities to Hujjaj. The US and Saudi Arabia have agreed that dialogue is the only way to end the conflict in Yemen. According to US State Department, this was agreed during a meeting between Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Saudi Deputy Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman in Washington. They said dialogue is the only way to achieve a stable, unified, and prosperous development in Yemen. And finally, the weather. Rain with windstorm is expected at scattered places in Karachi, Thatta, Shahid Benazirabad, Larkana, Sakkar, Hyderabad, Mirpur Khas divisions during the next 12 hours. However, rain is likely to prevail at isolated places in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Lahore, Sargodha, Faisalabad, Dera Ghazi Khan, Peshawar, Kalat divisions, Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan. Hot and humid weather is expected elsewhere in the country. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. On the appeal of the Prime Minister, nation will observe Kashmir Hour tomorrow to express solidarity with the oppressed people of the India-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has emphatically stated that resolution of Kashmir dispute as per UN Security Council resolutions is cornerstone of its foreign policy. In occupied Kashmir, hundreds of people defying curfew and other restrictions continued to hold demonstrations in Srinagar and other areas of the territory today against Indian repressive acts. Pakistan has successfully carried out night training launch of surface-to-surface ballistic missile Ghaznavi. The United States and Saudi Arabia have agreed that dialogue is the only way to end the conflict in Yemen. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/radio, Pakistan News Official.